Alright guys, what it do? I'm back at it again just like this. It's been a long time since I made a video like this. I'm making a little story time. So the last story I told on this channel was about drugs, and of course that's gonna follow the theme on this video. Last time I told a story, it was about mixing, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, it was years ago. I used to make only really these videos, and then I was like, I don't want my channel to go in that direction, but now I don't really care which direction it goes in. I just kinda wanna make videos. So today's story is gonna be about Molly, my first time doing Molly. So I'm just gonna jump right in. It was back when I was about 15, 16, maybe even 14, 15, 14. I know I wasn't 13. I don't think I started smoking until I was 13. And I didn't do nothing else since I was like 15, 16. That was like when I really started doing stuff. So on this day, it was me and my one friend from previous stories. If you scroll all the way down in my channel, you'll find these stories. But it was me and my one friend. And I don't really remember how we got into this situation, but it's after the cocaine story. I mixed acid and cocaine before I did Molly for the first time. That's what I did with my life. So I was definitely 15. I'm 15. My friend's like 16 because he's always been a year older than me. Maybe even we're both at the same age at this point because how age works. So we're going to give my friend a name. We're just going to call him Jack. That's friend one, right? And then friend two is going to be called Aiden. All right, those are the names we're going to use. Fake names. Jack and I, we're hanging out. We're smoking. We're talking. And I don't remember really if that's even what we were doing, but that's probably what we were doing because this is a long time ago. This was like 5 to 6 years ago. Wow, I'm old. But anyways, right, we're chilling on this day, and Aiden ends up hitting us and saying, you guys want to do Molly? And we're like, of course we want to do it. You know, it's our first time doing it. So we link up with him, right? He comes and picks us up. It's now me, Jack, and Aiden brought friends. I can say this one's name because that's not his real name. His name was Acid Fingers. And then you had Gwen, and then you had Dave. Dave was funny. Dave was really funny. So Gwen's the driver, Dave's in the passenger seat, and Acid Fingers is back there with us. This is a crowded car. I think that's how it was set up. I don't remember where or if. I don't remember really. I just remember how this day went. I also just remembered this day happened to be around my birthday, and that's kind of why we were doing this in the first place. So anyways, right, like I said, all those people in one car, 4-door car, right? Boom, we're going on the mission to go pick up the Mollies because that's what we count, that's what we're doing here. Boom, right, we get the Mollies. Aiden picks up like 100 of them, like a lot of them, too many of them. He gives me one. He gives everyone in the car one. But he gave me one first, and I was like, how do I do it? He was like, wait, before you do anything, we got to go to KFC. I was like, why? He was like, we need water. I was like, what you mean? He was like, you cannot do this without water. And I was like, okay, why not? He was like, you might die, bro. So of course I'm like, why'd you say that so calmly and casually? He's like, because it's the truth, bro. Now come on, just wait. So I wait, and we drive to KFC. We're talking. He's explaining what to do and how to cope with what happens if it goes wrong. And while he's doing that, I'm just anticipating what it's gonna be like, obviously. And we end up getting there, right? They order 2 big things, like 2 full trays of large waters. They give everybody a water. I take my, you know what I'm saying? I do what I need to do. Everyone does what they need to do. And now we're waiting, because that's how drugs work. So we're waiting, and we're just sitting and talking, right? And my one friend goes, you guys feel it yet? And I was like, I don't know, do I? And he goes, I feel it. I'm feeling great right now. I was like, I don't know what I'm really looking for yet. He was like, you'll know when it hits you. So I look over, I ask Jack, I'm like, how you feeling, bro? You feeling good? He looks back at me and goes, no, man, not really. I don't really feel it yet. Oh, mind you, Jack only took a half. Jack didn't want to take a full one. I took a full one. So about 20, 30 minutes goes by. We're driving, we're listening to music, right? Just vibing. And suddenly it hits me. And the way this stuff feels, I can only describe as like a separation from your body. If you like, I guess that's what they mean when they say Molly out of body experience, I guess. I don't know. But I'm going to try to break it down more in your own body to understand what I mean by out of your body. We were all sitting there and we were talking, and I looked over at Aiden, right? And I swear to God, like mid-sentence, I was like, so like, how do you know when? And like, I didn't say that like that to him. He heard it normally. But my point is, that's kind of what the world started to sound like around me. It kind of started to sound slow and robotic-y. Everything kind of sounded like if you would go up to a fan, like one of those box fan things, and just talk to it, just go, blah, and your voice will kind of like wiggle with it. Try it, and that's kind of what like the world sounds like off this stuff. So right, like I said, they starting to hit me, and I'm starting to really feel it. I'm just like, whoa, this is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. It's my first time. So they look over and they're like, you good? It was Dave who looked over. He was like, you good, bro? You good? I was like, of course I'm good, bro. I feel great, bro. Then they're about to pass out, and he was like, drink water, bro. You're out of it. I was like, I'm not out of it, bro. I feel fantastic. Like, you kind of dozing off, but like I wasn't. Like, I knew what I just kind of was letting myself feel it. But anyways, right, they made me drink some water, and then, you know, we continue on, right? And then they were like, let's listen to music now. And then we just all be quiet. I swear to God. And he turns on Rollin' by G Herbo. I think that's what the song is called. And I promise you, that is one of the craziest experiences you will ever have with this stuff. is that song specifically. But anyways, we continue with the trip, and I forgot to tell you guys, the people in the front also took this stuff. We had Acid Fingers on it, we had Aiden on it, we had my friend Jack on it, who I came with, we had Gwen on it, and we had Dave on it. I think I said Dave and Acid Fingers. We had everybody on it. Gwen was the one who was driving. Why was she driving? Well, she was the driver. But she also wanted to feel this stuff, I guess. Why we trusted our lives with her, I can't tell you. But we did. And this is, you know, nothing. It's just what comes with it. This is what comes with the life. Someone, you know, not everyone's going to be sober. But anyways, right, so we're driving and we all go, let's stretch our legs. Let's just feel what this feels like to walk and stuff, right? We all get out the car. We find somewhere to park. It was like an open parking lot. I don't think we should have parked there. You know, like a closed store. Like, I don't think we should have parked there. But we parked there and we get out and we all walk around. I swear to God, like, walking was crazy. I was like, come here, guys, give me a hug, because this stuff makes you like appreciate everything around you. We all group hugged. It was interesting. Never would do it again though. I don't really know those people. But anyways, right, so we continue with our lives, right? We get back in the car and now it's starting to kind of wear off. So everyone's starting to try to go home and stuff. So first they dropped me off because I'm the farthest away, right? So my night with them is over, right? And then apparently my friend Jack gets dropped off next, so I just call him up and he's like, yo, how you feeling, bro? I'm like, I'm feeling, bro. I'm feeling. And he was like, me too. But that's the thing, like, he didn't take as much as me, so I don't know how he was really feeling, but I just know that night was crazy. But nothing really crazy happened on my first time. A lot of my first times were pretty chill. That's kind of why I had so many. But yeah, I just wanted to tell this little story. I don't know, there's gonna be a lot more of these because I have a lot of stories, and I was gonna do this was like what my channel was gonna be, but then I just started doing other stuff because I feel like this type of content is too simple to make it be your whole channel. So that's what the other stuff is. But thank you guys for watching.